In a forest clearing not very far away, a strange, wheezing, groaning sound broke the silence, and a square blue shape materialized beneath the mighty trees. A door opened, and a tall, curly-haired man stepped out. He wore loose, comfortable clothes, with a vaguely bohemian air. A broad-brimmed soft hat was jammed on the back of a tangle of curly hair, and an incredibly long scarf dangled round his neck. The doctor stood staring rather bemusedly about him, as if not sure where he was or what he was doing there. The most recent events seemed vague and remote in his mind. He'd defeated the Master's diabolical scheme to destroy the Time Lord planet of Gallifrey. Then he'd set course for Earth. Or had he? Had his fingers sent the TARDIS to some other destination, guided by some impulse deep in his unconscious mind? The doctor looked around. He was in a small clearing in a huge primeval forest. Giant trees towered around him in all directions, cutting off most of the light from the sky. The trees were festooned with dangling vines. Dense shrubs and bushes filled the space between tree trunks, and there was a deep, soft carpet of leaves beneath his feet. "Not Hyde Park, I think," muttered the doctor. "Could be a nexial discontinuity, I suppose. I really must remember to overhaul that tracer. I'll put a knot in my hanky." He groped in his pockets and produced a red-spotted handkerchief, with a knot in one corner. "I wonder what that was for." The doctor scratched his head, feeling that things were getting away from him. It was as if some long-buried memory was trying to push its way to the surface. Somehow this place was familiar. The doctor shrugged. If he had brought himself back here for some purpose, there was only one way to find out. "Little look round, Doctor?" he murmured. "Why not?" He set off into the forest, then stopped with an obscure feeling of something missing. Of course. Sarah Jane Smith. She should have been beside him as usual, grumbling about their unexpected arrival in a strange destination and the dangers they were sure to meet. The doctor gave a rueful smile. Sarah was back on Earth now, like Harry Sullivan and the Brigadier. It had been the doctor's own decision to take her back. Time Lord law had prevented him from taking her to Gallifrey. Besides, it was more than time that she took up her own ordinary human life again. Yes, the doctor decided, he'd acted for the best. But as he walked through the forest, he couldn't help feeling a little lonely. Leela moved cautiously ahead, crossbow at the ready. She was still inside the boundary, but despite this all her hunter's instincts were on the alert. There were noises not far behind her. Disturbed shrubbery whispering back into place, the crackle of dry leaves underfoot. Tiny, almost inaudible sounds, but to Leela they told a clear story. Something was tracking her. She came to a kind of natural road through the forest. It stretched at right angles in front of her, barring her way. Leela hesitated. She had to cross it, but the moment she stepped into the open, she would be exposed to her pursuer. Since there was no alternative, Leela took a cautious step into the open. Higher up the glade, to her right, someone else did exactly the same thing. It was one of Neva's temple guards, crossbow in hand. For a fraction of a second they confronted each other in mutual astonishment. The guard whipped up his crossbow. Leela's bow was aimed and ready, and she fired first. The guard reeled back and fell, a crossbow bolt through his heart. With the instinct of long training, Leela instantly reloaded her crossbow, slotting in a new bolt and forcing back the heavy metal spring that powered it. Just as the spring clicked into place, she heard a rustling to her left.